Cup of Joey with the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts, Chris Ballard. Chris, how are we doing today?
We're good. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Good. I saw you're drinking a little something there. You a coffee guy?
No, actually a water guy right now.
Do you ever do go with the coffee or no?
No, I got a natural thing going on. I don't need much of the caffeine. I have these little drinks Uptime, then I drink about 3 or 4 of them a day, and that gets it going.
Okay, so just pounding water like Tom Brady style, right? Just always with the water.
A lot of water through the day.
Okay, that's good. This is a little bit of an odd question, I think, to start off, but I'm always curious about a football guy like yourself, and you just said you're in draft meetings and whatnot. What's your policy on chewing tobacco? I feel like general managers, coaches in the NFL, they always got to have a spitter. What's the policy there?
Okay, so I quit. Years ago. And then when I was in Kansas City, I started chewing Nicorette gum.
Wow. And
I ripped. It's almost embarrassing. I'm going to spit it out as we talk. But I ripped through it. So, I dipped Copenhagen forever. And probably, 15 years ago, quit completely. Got on Nicorette, got off of it. And then when I was in Kansas City, we were the trainer there is great, and he got us into this like weight loss program, and part of it was Nicorette. You started chewing Nicorette to curb your appetite. Well, next thing you know, I'm back now addicted to nicotine, so I chew Nicorette like crazy.
Okay, so was it family decision? You're having kids coming around, you wanted to stop chewing. Is that what did it?
My wife, she was done. Yeah, we started having it was when I had my first one, Kirsten, and then now I have 5 total. So she was done. Oh no, and she's on me about the Nicorette too. She's on me about. There's no doubt. And then when it gets caught in the washer and ruins the little liner, because I leave them in my pocket, and I'll leave these little things just laying all over, and it'll rip the liner right out of the washer. So I get my tail ripped, about once a month for doing that.
There you go. You got a lot going on, though. You got to run a football team. I mean, I think some gum sliding in the pants can be excusable every.
Let me tell you this, Joey. She has a lot more going on than I do. I mean, I get to go play football all day, and she's got to run a house with 5 children. Her life's a lot more complicated than mine.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm very curious about, and I've wanted to ask you this for a long time, so I'm glad I finally get to have you on. How do you stay so disciplined as a GM when you have all these possible, because you have all these Madden GMs, the armchair GMs out there that want to be on Twitter making moves and everything. I ask myself this since you've been around, like, how does Chris Ballard not pull the trigger more often? Like, you are just insanely disciplined. How does that come to be?
I guess just through the years, and then, working in Kansas City with John, and then, we were pretty disciplined in Chicago too, where, I don't ever know if you're one player away.
Yeah.
And then opportunities, when they pop up, you got to be ready to take advantage of them, much like Buckner last year.
Yeah.
But the team you follow, Pittsburgh, I think they're one of the great organizations in this league, and they're very disciplined about what they want to do. They draft, for the most part, most of their team, and they work and develop them. Every once in a while, you'll see them dip into free agency, but not very often. And when they do, it's to plug a hole. And we kind of have a very similar philosophy.
You were a Steelers fan growing up, right? You told me that a while ago.
Huge Steeler fan. I still have. I know my mom still has it, and I still have some of it here, but I've got boxes of things when I was a little kid: terrible towels, Lynn Swann, Terry Bradshaw jerseys. I was obnoxious Steeler fan, and living in Houston, living back in the Oiler days now when they had the big battle. So everybody in my family was either a Houston Oiler fan or a Dallas Cowboy fan, and then here's this kid running around with Pittsburgh terrible towels, slapping it in everybody's face every time because we were winning the big ones. So I was pretty obnoxious.
I got to say, because so we connect on a level, not only because you were a Steelers fan growing up, I currently am and have been my whole life, but I wanted to remind all the football fans and especially the Colts fans out there that get on me, hey, you're from Indy. You're living in Indy. Why are you not a Colts fan? There you go. Your own general manager was down in Houston going against the grain, you know?
Hey, and look, now I hate those damn terrible towels. Like every time we go play there, like this year was the best. And unfortunately we came out on the wrong end of it.
Yeah.
But usually you get going and that crowd gets going and them freaking towels get to waving and it just creates a different energy. It's one of the real special places to go and play.
Yeah, no, I was actually at the game, not obviously this past year, but in 2019. When Minka went 99 and, it came down to the wire there. But I was there and I definitely know what you mean when it comes to the terrible towels right there. How tired are you of talking about quarterbacks yet?
Do you need one of those?
Last time I checked, I was watching the Super Bowl. I'm not a very smart guy. But yeah.
Well, I mean, when Andrew retired, 2 years ago, we knew we were going to have a challenge in front of us. And every year, the first year with Jacoby, and then last year with Phillip, three different, or really four, since I've been here, three different with Jacoby because he started 2 of the years. But we'll continue to look. We'll find a good answer. I'm pretty confident in our group. Whether it's a veteran or a younger player, we'll see. We think there's going to be some good options out there for us to go to.
I'd like to try to make a deal with you here because this isn't going to air. So this is like a video series of collection of interviews. So this isn't going to air right away. So by the time that this airs, you could already have, the answer at quarterback for 2021.
When's it airing?
I don't know exactly yet. Maybe beginning of March.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But let's say I guess I put it out there on the line. I guess the name of the quarterback and it's correct. Then this upcoming season, I don't know, maybe watch a game in the box or
you'll come sit in my box. If you get it right, you can sit in my box with my family.
Okay.
Do we play the Steelers? You just can't do it that game. Do we play Pittsburgh?
No.
Good, because you can't come to that game if we play. But any other game, you can sit in the box. You can bring a guest.
Okay.
You can bring a guest.
Well, she doesn't like football that much. Maybe I'll bring my dad or one of my buddies who's
absolutely.
Okay. This is who I'm going with. As of February 12th, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is my guess. I think he's a wild card. I think now I'm getting into Cowherd on you. Cowherd's your guy, right?
I like Colin.
Colin's my guy.
I like
too.
Colin.
I'm getting Cowherd here on you. It's a little bit of a wild card. He's a veteran. You put him in the right situation with an offensive line, surround him with the right team, the right talent, the right coaching. It's a very good situation. You don't have to give up too many assets. You're gonna be a free agent. Bring in Andy Dalton. Bring in the Red Rifle. Leading the way. That's my pick right now. February.
Right. Good guess.
Okay.
Good guess. We'll see if it comes to fruition.
It comes to fruition. I'm going to circle back.
You're in my box.
I'm circle back with Matt, and you cannot hold that against me. And when it comes down to the drawing board, say, man, you guys are making some good points about Dalton, but that Molinaro kid, I don't.
No, that's good.
Just messing with you. All right, let's do that. I feel like you're always in the know. Do you have a burner? Would you tell me if you had a burner Twitter account out there?
No. No, it says no. It has it's like CK Ballard. I mean, it's on there. I mean, I don't get on it very often. I don't tweet. I don't tweet. Yeah, I don't tweet.
Chris, I've been covering and following the Colts for like 4 years. Since you got here, that's the first time hearing that you have an actual Twitter account.
Yeah, I don't tweet though, and I don't get on it at all. I mean, rarely. My kids get on it all the time. My kids got Twitter, and they get on it all the time and tell me how people are killing me.
They're killing you or they're praising you. I mean,
it's okay. It's part of the job. I mean, it doesn't. That's just part of it. But no, I don't tweet. I'm not into it. I don't think I'd ever be into it.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't my job, I wouldn't be into it either. So
look, it's a great platform for information.
Yeah.
But where it's gotten, like, everybody has an opinion. And when the biggest issue I have is when false information and then everybody runs with it and it just runs wild.
Yeah.
I mean, and then people take it as the gospel. And then next thing you know, here's a big story of something that was never even true.
Yeah, no, I know it can be the worst for sure. But that's interesting. I didn't know that you had a Twitter account. You're so good around the mic. You're so good with answering questions. Is there any interest? Like, I think if you guys went on and won a Super Bowl, politics, mayor of Indy. I mean, anything like that?
No. Well, like I tell our guys all the time, and I mean, if you ask me the question, I mean, if I can answer it, I'll answer it. If it doesn't give us a competitive, disadvantage, but I'm honest. We don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
We don't. And our players know. I mean, we're honest with them. No, I just kind of shoot from the hip, and what you see is what you get.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I mean, when I was, covering before I was with Barstool, and it was always much appreciated. And I know everybody in the media really, really appreciated that.
How many years now for you? How long have you been with Barstool?
A year.
That's all directly from you starting on Twitter, doing your deal.
Yep.
Good for you, man. Good
for you. No, it is awesome. Yeah. Do you hold like mock press conferences? Is that a thing GMs do? No. You just go and you do it.
Yeah, just kind of go. Matt does a great job. Yeah. Matt helps. Connie does his work, and they get me prepared. I usually stay on script for the most part.
Except for the Patriots line, right? Script, right?
I'll stay on script for the most part.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't prep other than what Matt gives me.
Yeah.
And then so here's my take on the media. I think that the fans deserve to know. They do.
Yeah.
I just think we live they're going to find out anyways. Mm-hmm. The media is going to find out. The fans are going to find out. So why not be honest and tell the truth? It's got to come from us.
Yeah.
I just think it's when you're upfront and you're honest about it, even they might get pissed at you and for a little while, but if you're upfront and honest right away, at least you got a chance to recover. If you lie, if you try to hide, distort the facts in any way or spin the story, we're just not into that. And they're gonna eventually it's gonna come out. It just is. So just be honest. This is what we're doing. This is how we're gonna roll. I mean, it's almost comedic sometimes where I think our guys don't even know when to trust or believe. Like they just think every once in a while I'm trying to pull one or a fast one. I keep telling them, if you'll read between the lines, I'm telling you this story. You just got to read between the lines.
Right. Yeah. No, you make a good point. It's like you said, you have 5 kids. I was always told growing up, if I got a detention, I might as well tell my parents right after school than waiting until, Sunday night or whatever it was. Like this, honesty is always the best policy. They always got way less mad when I would tell them.
Yep. Just tell the truth. When you screw something up, I mean, that's why, Joey, like, like when we're screwing something up, we deserve to be kicked in the teeth. I mean, I would rather have a fan base and that cared instead of one that's apathetic and, didn't care. Right. So like when things don't go well, damn right. They should be upset. I mean, sure. We have good fans here and they should be pissed. Be no different than you being upset with Pittsburgh when that's what makes our sport great. I mean, now it's hard because it's week to week and, let's judge us at the end of the season. But it's such a week to week over 16 weeks. I mean, each and every week it's a roller coaster. Sure. And, the skies fall in one week when we get beat by Jacksonville, and then we beat Green Bay and we're freaking number 1 team in the league. I mean, it just, it's a crazy league that way. And that's what makes it really special.
Yeah, no, it is. It's hit the nail on the head there. Just so up and down, and Twitter's crazy with that. Have you heard? So I do a Jim Irsay and an Andrew Luck impression. Have you heard them?
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay,
they're awesome. They're great. You need to come. We wanted to get you. I think I've asked Matt a couple of times. Like, we need to get Joe in front of the team. They would love it. They'd love it.
Did you ever? I don't know because Andrew's such a private guy. I'm trying to get confirmation. Was that ever circled around the locker room? Did you ever get a glimpse of Luck checking out me doing Luck and his reaction at all?
I don't remember us talking about it, but I remember when he was here, us wanting to get you in to do it because it's freaking really good. I mean, it's really good. No, it's really good. The one out in the when you stand in front of the statue, the Peyton statue, that's just great. It's great.
Thank you. Would you mind if I worked on one of you?
I'm easy, but no, not at all. I don't care.
Okay.
No, I'm easy.
I'm
easy. Absolutely.
Some people can be, they can get defensive about it. So I figured I'd ask since I had the chance.
No, I won't. I beat myself up enough as it is, so everybody else could take their shots too.
So you got the a little bit of a unique voice, it's not like your typical voice, and then you say the words "look" and "football team" a lot. You're always look. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're always prefacing everything with the look, and no matter what the point is, it's always I imagine Mrs. Ballard. Mrs. Ballard, and she's like, Chris, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? And I see you, and then you're sitting there, and you're just like, look. And then you go into it, even with her. I feel like it's so routine for you. But those are the things that I picked up on.
That's good.
Couple more here. I called triple shot because it's a coffee, cup of Joey. It's just 3 kind of rapid fire, different questions. Number 1. What's a TV show that you're watching right now, if you even have time to watch one?
Is it Succession?
Succession. So
yeah, on no, what's the one I don't watch much TV. I really don't. I watch Seinfeld like crazy.
Really?
Oh, I watch all the old Seinfelds. All of them.
Funny. I actually got a question today. They were like, which is better, Friends or Seinfeld? And I was like, Seinfeld, the biggest.
Oh, Seinfeld. Yellowstone. I was into Yellowstone, and we're waiting for the next season. What's the one with Bateman, Jason Bateman?
Ozark.
I liked Ozark a lot. These were all, quarantine. Right. We were quarantined.
Yeah.
So those are the ones. But Seinfeld, I would tell you Seinfeld, like when I go home and I just want to unwind at night, I'll put on Seinfeld at least 3 or 4 nights a week.
Heck yeah. I love that.
My wife gets tired of it because I'll watch like the same show, the same one, like every week.
Yeah.
Same one every week.
The theme song can kind of, when you're winding down, my lady as well can be like, can we shut that off? It's kind of obnoxious, but I like that. That's a great answer. All right. What's a hobby that you have that others may not know about?
Well, I ride the Peloton bike like crazy, and I read.
Okay. Big reader. What are you reading right now?
Yeah. Oh God, a guy just sent me a book, and it's about I can't think of the name because I just started it last night. Then I fell asleep like five freaking things. Yeah. Oh God, 5 in. There's a book called The Art of the Impossible, by Stephen Coulter, which is I've just started to. So there's about 3 or 4 that I'll read 3 or 4 at a time, and then I'll do books on tape when I'm watching tape. So, but I'm a big reader.
So it's not like you can visually watch film and then listen and not be cross.
Well, look, there's times when I got to go back and I'm going backwards trying to figure out what was really said. In the book, if there was a piece of the book I really liked, I'll go back.
Right.
But no, I'm a big books on tape, a big reader, and then the Peloton, and then my family. I mean, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Like you said, you're a busy guy. You got a football team around. All right, last one. Would you rather watch a Colts game with a fan? Not me, a Colts fan. Would you rather watch a game with a Colts fan or watch it with your least favorite beat reporter? You don't have to say who it is, but if that's the option, which one?
Colts fan.
Why?
Because we'd both be into it. I mean, like if you saw me, like our beat reporters get to see me during the game, and God bless them because they don't tweet everything out. Other beat reporters will, but I'm telling you, on game day, I turn in to a fan. I throw as big of fits as they do. Thank God I have a box at home. But there's times even in boxes and when we're in the opponent's stadium where I've tried to be professional, but I mean, freak, man, we're trying to win the game and our lives are on the line here. So I get emotional.
It's your baby. Yeah.
Yeah. You get emotional.
Sure. Well, Chris, thanks again for taking the time on Friday. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad we got to finally talk longer than just passing by at the
appreciate it,
something like that. And looking forward to next year. Hopefully, I'll be in the box.
Thank you, Joe. Absolutely.
And good luck. All right.
All right, brother. Thanks, Joey.
Thanks, Chris.
All the best.
See ya.